Alright, good morning and welcome back to the channel. Today we're gonna go back in history 46 years. Today is September the 2nd, 2024. And it was on this day, this morning, just about this time of day, when, well, it was earlier in the day, but about this time of day when I found out that my high school buddy Jeff had been killed in a car accident on his way over to the coast from here. So we were just getting ready to start our senior year of high school. It was like 4 days before school was to start, and he had decided to go, he and his girlfriend decided to go over to the coast one last time. And of course, it's been a long time. 46 years is a long time ago, but I believe they took off from here about 4:30 in the morning, and it's about a 2.5 hour drive. And I'm going to include a bunch of pictures of his car, him and his car, that were taken actually that summer, just months before the accident. The car had been painted and all the rest. And we're also going to drive on the way back home. We're going to drive past where his car was brought back to, and that's where I took pictures of it. Got permission to go over there and uncover it and take pictures of it. And yeah, it's always a solemn day for me. It's one of those days that I just simply never forget. I always remember exactly where I was at when we got the news. And where I was at was up home at the house. I've showed the old house before. And the cemetery is up above where my parents are buried and my older brother's buried. And my younger brother and I had taken his 22. Jeff left the 22 at the house. I would come up and go shooting around and stuff. And we'd taken the 22 back there behind the cemetery and we're plinking around with it. And when we got back down to the house, that's when the news came that he had been killed. Some type of rollover accident there. He went over a cliff in the Smith River Canyon, an immensely beautiful area. It's a beautiful area to drive through. I've been through it a lot of times. And early on my channel, I put up a bunch of coast videos, and that was the drive over and the drive back, and of course a lot of stuff right there. And at the Northern California coast is where I spent a week. So anyway, yeah, it's always a solemn day, like I said. And the guy's coming up on me pretty quick from behind. So I'm headed to the store to pick up a few groceries and adult beverages, because this is the one day a year I allow myself to have adult beverages, and it may be the last time I get to do that, because I do have this pre-diabetes diagnosis. I don't know what's going to happen out of that, but I'm sure if I actually end up with being diabetic, alcohol be a pretty major no-no, I'm assuming. I don't know. Comment down below if you know. Assuming that's one of the things I'm going to have to avoid. And I avoid it anyway because it's not good for a 64-year-old to be consuming alcohol. certainly on a regular basis. It's a big no-no. So that's what we got going on today. Anyway, trip back, we'll have a look at, like I said, we'll drive past the area. We'll drive right past where the car was at and all that stuff. So yeah, I still miss Jeff. I do. He was a young guy, and maybe we were both 18 years old, just getting ready to start our senior year. Our senior year in high school. It was a real rough start to my senior year. Alright, sun's getting ready to come up. We'll run in there. It's a little bit before 7. And you can't buy anything till 7 in this state, alcohol wise. And didn't know him super well, but he was a likable guy, and he and my older brother got to be pretty good friends, and my older brother could get alcohol back then, so, and Jeff drank quite a bit as a teenager. I shudder to think what kind of shape he'd be in now if, you know, if he'd lived to be my age. He might have been a terrible alcoholic. Who knows? Who knows how that works? But yeah, some pictures of his car. It was a nice little, I don't know the year. If I ever did know the year, I've forgotten it now. But it was a Datsun 1600, and it was a convertible. And it was a cool little car. And I never did know if he had the top on the car when they went over to the coast. Because as you can see by these pictures, the car's back. It's at this little shop down the road here, just about a mile away. What's left of the little shop. And so I don't know if they had the top on then or what, but it didn't have a top after that, and I never found out what happened to it. But it was a nice little car. He was excited about, you know, putting some money in it, and like I said, he painted it. But the interior needed a lot of work. And you still see those things around. You see the 1600s around, which is what his was, and then you see I just shut the camera off, the dash cam off. But his was a 1600, Datsun 1600, and they also had a 2000 as well. And you still see some of them around. You don't see a lot of them anymore. I never got to drive it. It had a huge steering wheel in it. And yeah, it was really sad. There's a picture of this is September 78, and we would have graduated in 79, June of 79. So in the 79 yearbook, there's a picture of him and another guy, and I knew the other guy too, that Mark Wood, I believe. And I'll share that picture too, a little remembrance for the class of 79. So anyway, I think we can head into the store now and get my shopping done. It's going to be really hot today. Sun's just starting to come up right over there. It's going to be another hot day.